Forget everything you knew about teenage prodigies. At 18, most players are still finding their feet, hoping for a loan spell or a few minutes off the bench. But Lamine Yamal, he didn't just break into the first team, he took it over. Carrying the weight of the legendary Blaugrana jersey with the composure of a seasoned veteran, he has already rewritten the history of FC Barcelona. From a 15-year-old debutant to the undisputed king of the Camp Nou wings, his rise has been nothing short of meteoric. But what truly sets him apart from the rest? Today, we are going far beyond the highlight reels. We are deconstructing the tactical DNA of a genius, analyzing his elite spatial awareness, and discovering how he manipulates the world's best defenders with ease. This is the complete tactical evolution of Lamine Yamal. Every legend has a definitive starting point, a moment where the world stops and takes notice. For Lamine, it wasn't just about playing, it was about rewriting the record books before he was even legally allowed to drive a car to training. Take a close look at this historic strike against Granada. At first glance, it looks like a simple tap-in, but let's freeze the frame right here. Notice his body orientation and his distance from the nearest marker. Even at 15, his internal GPS was operating on a different frequency. He didn't just find the space, he anticipated the defensive collapse 3 seconds before the ball even left his teammate's foot. While other teenagers would be overwhelmed by the gravity of the Camp Nou, Lamine displayed an elite-level spatial scanning that usually takes a decade to master. In these early days, he was a raw diamond, a classic winger hugging the touchline, stretching the pitch, and taking players on with pure, unadulterated instinct. He was playing street football on the world's biggest stage. But as we are about to see, that raw instinct was quickly evolving into something much more lethal. This wasn't just a kid having a good game. It was the birth of a tactical mastermind. In the modern game, space is the most valuable currency. But for Lamine Yamal, space isn't just something he finds, it's something he creates. If you give him even a single yard on the right wing, the outcome is already decided. You aren't just defending against a winger. You are defending against a master of deception. Look closely at his unique biomechanics. Lamine possesses a rare combination of a low center of gravity by being low on legs and a deceptive stride length that keeps defenders in a constant state of panic. Observe how he uses subtle, micro body feints, not just to move the ball, but to literally freeze the fullback's decision-making process. He doesn't just cut inside, he orchestrates a psychological trap. He invites the challenge, dangling the ball like bait, waiting for the defender to succumb to their own inertia and overcommit their weight. He plays with the defender's balance like a puppeteer, waiting for that 1 millisecond where they lose their footing. And then, snap. In a fraction of a second, the equilibrium shifts. As the defender is caught leaning, Lamine finds that pocket of air. The execution of the strike is a masterclass in modern physics, using an incredibly short backlift to generate massive whip and curl. The ball finds the far corner with a surgical precision that feels almost robotic. It's not just raw talent, it's pure calculated geometry. He isn't just shooting at a goal, he's solving a high-speed equation that the goalkeeper simply cannot solve. This isn't an echo of the past. It is the new blueprint for the world. They say pressure is a privilege, but for Lamine Yamal, it appears to be his natural habitat. In the high-octane world of elite football, many can perform when the stakes are low, during routine league matches where the margin for error is wide. But the truly great are forged in a different fire. They thrive in the high-pressure vacuum of El Clasico and the unforgiving intensity of the Champions League knockout stages. Imagine the atmosphere of these grand nights. The stadium is deafening, a wall of sound from tens of thousands of voices, and the suffocating weight of history pressing down on every single touch. For most, even seasoned veterans, the heart rate spikes and the vision narrows. But when you look at Lamine in these moments, you see something hauntingly different. Look at his eyes. There is no panic, no hesitation, only a terrifying level of total composure. While the world around him is moving at 100 miles per hour, Lamine seems to experience a kind of temporal distortion. He possesses the rare, innate ability to slow time down. He filters out the noise, focusing purely on the tactical geometry of the penalty area. Where others would rush the shot out of pure survival instinct, he waits. He lingers for that exact millisecond when the goalkeeper finally commits. This ice-in-the-veins mentality isn't just about confidence. It's a neurological advantage. It's the calm within the storm that separates a talented prospect from a once-in-a-generation icon. On the biggest stages, under the brightest lights, he isn't just playing the game. He is mastering the moment. And it's this exact mental fortitude that signals the arrival of a future legend. Under the strategic guidance of Hansi Flick, we have witnessed a profound tactical metamorphosis. Lamine Yamal is no longer just a wide outlet used to stretch the pitch. He has become the gravitational center of Barcelona's, and we are seeing him operate much more frequently in the central half spaces, drifting inward to dictate the tempo and arriving in the penalty area with the predatory timing of a seasoned number 9. This isn't just a change in position, it's a change in profile. His recent performances reveal a terrifying new level of physicality. He is stronger in his duels, more explosive over the first 5 yards, and his finishing has transitioned from promising to clinical. He has shed the skin of a pure playmaker to become a cold-blooded predator. Where he once looked to provide the final pass, he now demands the final shot. We are witnessing the rare transformation of a creative architect into a global superstar who can decide a match entirely on his own terms. Lamine Yamal isn't just the future of this historic club. He is the absolute present. He is the standard by which all other young talents are now measured. If you've made it this far, you're witnessing history alongside me. This analysis is just the beginning of how we track the elite level of the game. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one, and I want to know, where do you rank Lamine among the world's best right now? If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to see more tactical breakdowns of the world's biggest talents, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. And having you as part of this community is what makes this channel possible. Thank you for your time, thank you for the support, and I'll see you in the next one.